kind of results. And when you look at leadership, and particularly inspiring leadership, one of the things that's hard to do is to get a really hard measure for how leadership impacts any number of business results. So I want to share a couple of studies with you that we did as we were writing the book, The Inspiring Leader, one in particular on an item that's very important to you here at CHC, and that is the impact on employee engagement. Employee engagement is one of those critical metrics because it's the precursor for so many other things that make a difference for organizations. Employee engagement is the rootstock of so many other business results, from productivity to profitability to customer loyalty, and any number of other business results, be it aircraft availability, customer loyalty, employee engagement, you name it. The ability to inspire and motivate has a great impact on those. And I want to share with you one of the studies that we had done that involved tens of thousands of leaders. And on the horizontal axis, we measured leaders' ability to inspire and motivate. And we separated them into 5 groups: the bottom 10%, the top 10%, and the middle groups. And then on the vertical axis, one of the things we measured was the employee engagement percentile. And if you look at those graphs, what you find is that the better the leader, there is a lockstep correlation to better employee engagement, particularly when you reach the top quartile and the top 10% of the ability to inspire and motivate. You start to see a really impressive impact of employee engagement. Now I want to ask you a question. Think of a time, not now, but at another time in your career, that you worked for a lousy boss. Not now, another time in your career that you worked for a lousy boss. Okay, think about that time for a moment. And then you can shout out some of the answers. What was that experience like? Anybody? You could use the microphones or just shout out your answers. Demotivating. What was it? Fatiguing. What else? Frustrating. What other kinds of wonderful adjectives do you have for me? Painful. Painful. What was in the back of the room? Ethically challenging. So miserable. Pretty much summed up in a word, it was miserable. Now I want you to think of a time, now you can use present company, where you've worked for a great leader, an inspiring leader, someone in that top 10% of leaders. Think of that time. What's that experience like? Optimistic. What else over here? Pardon? Rewarding. What else? Supportive, energizing, motivating. If you think about the kind of results that were achieved by the groups in the 90th percentile for employee engagement versus those groups in the 9th percentile, I think you consider the amount of productivity those groups had, the level of engagement they had, the energy that they brought to work, what kind of customer loyalty they were able to produce. And if you think about that, all of those are impacted by your ability to inspire and motivate. The better you are at inspiring and motivating, the more engaged your people are. And since